Hi guys. To those of you who did or did not or weren't able to attend the CDS Global and Frost & Sullivan Integrated Marketing webinar that we put on just a few weeks back, I thought I would put together some of my thoughts on that webinar and maybe some of the core content that we went over and share that with you guys. You know, I guess one of the things that is a little bit of a surprise to me is how I feel like the market is trying to teach you how to do things. But we're not answering maybe the philosophical questions of why first, and so what happens is that we're constantly having solutions in our hands in search of a problem. Is really the way. Break that down for a second, but I think that's really what's going on, and I want to encourage you guys as marketers. I know you're running at 100 miles an hour, and you don't feel like you have time to come up for air. Or change strategies, or maybe even rethink the path that you're on. But I want to share with you that the four things that you need to be thinking about is context, value, visibility, and credibility. And if we can nail these things, then integrated marketing is really easy. All of our campaigns just suddenly fall into place. And just to recap, context is knowing that when you say something, it's to the right people and hopefully at your best opportunity for the right time. Value is not the description of your product or service, but it is rather the thing that you give to your customer that they can't get anyplace else. You need to be able to, in a compressed way, articulate that. Visibility is your exposure to your prospect base. And credibility is those, especially in a social way, is your online interactions with people. Whether that's them commenting on a blog post, whether that's you blogging, whether that's you having a Twitter stream of facts or a Twitter feed of relevant news articles or posts or something like that in your space. That's all credibility. And the right way to think about that is that when anybody who doesn't know you stumbles across you in a social network, what are they going to think? Right? What are they going to see, and what will prompt them to those thoughts? So from an integrated, kind of recap, or integrated marketing recap, those are the four things you really need to focus on. And I think Gary brought up one of his slides, he showed a continuum of how these things build. And, take the time, sketch it out from nothing to 7 somethings of how we're going to touch people out in the marketplace and seed our message with those people. Spend the time to do that. And then if it makes sense, integrate in the channels where you think you can be most effective in a compressed way. Because there's one rule. You have to be consistent. And if you're not consistent, people, they won't come back to you consistently. And as a result, some of the inertia that you're creating is wasted. And is it useless? No. Is it credibility? Yes. You will always get value. But I thought, what people are looking for is kind of the maybe the best practices, and so even keeping a steady trickle of inertia is what you want. And it all comes from content, or at least finding a conceptual idea that you can build content around all the time. For me, it's these webinars and it's interviews and things like that. So there may be something for you out there that's exactly like that, where you can build content around a concept in a very unmarketing kind of way. So those are my thoughts. If you guys want to reach out to me, I'm Joshua A.T. Barnes on Twitter, or you can always email me at joshua@socialmatica.com. Hey, thanks.